This is Tuesday morning, the second day of December 2025. Good morning to everyone. Yesterday, I analyzed the video of the leader of the Social Democratic Party in Nigeria, Mr. Adebayo. Mr. Adebayo, on Niger Watch program, he was granting interview to the journalist who was asking him about insecurity in Nigeria. Mr. Adebayo, who is a friend to Tinubu, was seen exposing his friend. He said Tinubu is working with Boko Haram. Boko Haram is the number 2 most dangerous terrorist on earth as of today, 2nd December 2025. Mr. Adebayo said that Tinubu is working with Boko Haram, that people are now afraid to send letter to Tinubu because Boko Haram is going to read the letter first before Tinubu will get it. So he explained a lot of things that commissioner of police in every state in Nigeria have the contacts of the terrorists in those states. And he said that Nigerians don't pay ransom or don't negotiate with terrorists, that Nigeria as a state don't negotiate with terrorists, contrary to what we know, that this is just a bargain between official terrorists and the terrorists in the bush. So he made us to understand that Tinubu Islamic regime is a terrorist regime. That is what the leader, Mr. Adebayo, who is a friend to Tinubu, the leader of the Social Democratic Movement, made us to understand yesterday. This is following the revelation from Nnamdi, who was the former governor of Kaduna State and former minister of FCT. Nnamdi was seen on the national television, Chinese television, some time ago. Nnamdi said that Tinubu made it a policy to be paying the terrorists through the office of the National Security Advisor. Are you surprised? Up to today, Tinubu did not deny the news. Tinubu did not deny the allegation. They are afraid of Erufai because he knows what they called the truth. Not only that, recently, St. Mary's Catholic School children were abducted, they were kidnapped. A helicopter was seen up above their school. The helicopter was painted green, white, green. That is the color of Nigerian flag. And the helicopter is said to belong to Nigerian state. The only thing that is missing in the helicopter is that people were unable to take the helicopter tracking number because it is far and people were scampering for safety. So not only that, the teachers testified to this, that helicopter was used to kidnap school children. And before the school children were kidnapped, the military who were guiding the school children, because they had intelligence that they are going to kidnap the school children, the military, they received a call and they left. Up to today, the Nigerian state refused to provide who made the call and asked the military to leave that they are coming. But we know it. It came from the office of the Minister of Defense. Now, the issue is getting complicated. About 2 days ago, there was a tension that led to the resignation of the Minister of Defense. Yes, your Minister of Defense, Nigeria Minister of Defense, resigned yesterday. And he said he's resigning on a head ground. Hello, Nigerians. I don't think there is anything wrong with that man. However, United States of America want him out. Yes, US demanded for his removal, but not only him. Also, Matawande was accused by the governor of Zamfara State, the incumbent, that he is sponsoring terrorists. That Matawande is part of this terrorist group, jihadist group they call the bandits. This is a sitting governor coming to national television to make such statement. Not only that, when the school children were abducted, Matawande flew from Abuja down to states to negotiate, with these people to release some of the school children. So this is what is actually going on. So United States of America, that was last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they conducted area intelligence monitoring in Nigeria. Their drones and spying aircraft was seen above the northern part of the country for 3 consecutive days without stopping. This is following the statement of Donald Trump. Donald Trump trended because he was telling people that Nigeria is now a disgraced country and he's going to go into the country guns are blazing to take away the terrorists. Now, people are afraid. Despite the diplomatic move to counter the narrative, they didn't succeed. Because Donald J. Trump is a man who don't listen after he speaks, because he listens before he speaks. And up to today, Nigeria has succumbed to pressure because there are a lot of evidence and proof that United States has provided before them. Tinubu don't have a choice than to comply. US have demanded that about 7 persons from Tinubu cabinet will be shaken out. And after they have been shaken out, There will be nothing like he's serving the government. Don't kill him. Don't arrest him. Don't do this. Don't do that. These people might be facing for everything they have done wrong. So the issue here is that the report has it that the United States has provided 7 names that Tinubu must shake out with immediate effect from the government. But the question still stands. Is Tinubu not the part of coalition that imported the terrorists called bandits in 2014-2015? That is a part. Kashim Shettima has been accused several times, who is the vice president, of harboring and funding terrorism. Are these 2 people going to resign? People are afraid of America because they don't know the next move of Donald Trump. Donald Trump said something and he kept quiet. What is he planning? What is he doing? People don't know. But through his silence, everywhere is shaking. He's commanding others, and the Nigerian government are obeying the order of Donald J. Trump. This is terrible because so many things are going to happen from many days hence. Yes, Donald J. Trump is shaking the Nigerian government. People don't know about this. They will not tell you. There are secret deals. I made a video talking about the 3 files containing pages of documents signed by the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, in the US. I challenge the government, make this document open to your citizens, be transparent. But they can't, because if they do, there will be problem. The North will kick against it. But who knows what the US is going to do. The United States have been given permission to come and take out terrorists in Nigeria, as contained in the document signed by the Nigerian government officials who represented the Nigerian government in the United States. That alone speaks volume. They asked for collaboration, that they want to collaborate with the United States government. But the United States government are giving terms and conditions. The problem is this. United States is aware that the government are part and parcel of the terrorism. Recently, Canada designated the APC and PDP as terrorist organizations. The United States knows very well. By the way, Obama's administration, that is the Democrat, they are part of the insecurity happening in Nigeria. Obama aided the formation of Boko Haram. That is for the second term, not what happened during the Sharia crisis in 1999-2000. During the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, Obama aided them. Obama aided Tinubu, Buhari, Kashim Shettima, all these people. They aided them to do whatever they did against Jonathan. And this is Donald J. Trump, a different brand of American president. You see, the reason why Tinubu supported Kamala Harris, sent her money, because they never wanted Trump to win. They knew that if Trump win this election, that there are going to be problems, because Trump will not leave all these stones unturned. This is the problem that is going on. And tell me, there is pressure on Tinubu right now to make sure he sack Matawande the next. Will Matawande resign by himself? Anyway, what is going to happen from many days hence? We speak about it. All right, in another news, the former chief of defense staff that Tinubu sacked to employ CDS Musa, his name is General Erabo. General Erabo is from Delta State, Ekpa Federal Constituency to be precise. He was granting an interview on Channels Television yesterday, and he made a statement that Christians have been targeted in Nigeria. And secondly, that politicians are sponsoring terrorism. This is the chief of defense staff under Buhari. Yeah. Do you understand what is going on in Nigeria right now? Anyway, it's about to go down. Take a listen.
Criminal or a violent person by their targets.
Correct.
And you look at the targets of recent, and that those who say, okay, let's take, and you have said that we cannot take away the external influence of what we're seeing altogether.
Correct.
For example, Mr. Donald Trump, who had said they will come to Nigeria gun blazing, and that they will, based on what they are reading, that there is a Christian genocide in Nigeria. And then you see attacks on churches. Churches are not the only ones that are being attacked, but abduction of priests in churches, abduction of traditional rulers. There are people who have been killed in Kebbi, abducted in school and all whatnot. To you, is there a possibility of a link that these terrorists or these bandits are listening to the political dimension? And I've spoken to politicians on this program who have said, look, Sheung, forget it. This is political. All what we're seeing in the last few weeks or so is politically driven. What do you make of those debates?
Well, somehow you can't hold people for their views. But the reality is that our issues, in terms of security challenges, are multifaceted, implying that just as you have terrorists who have an ideology, you equally have those who are bent on, targeting Christians, and there are also those who are, also targeting communities. That is, desiring to, displace communities and wanting to stay in those communities to be able to have a voice, or perhaps that could be their bargaining chip, as it were. For whatever reason, there are different reasons. There are those who are also regarded as, economic criminals and so on and so forth. So, if you now just assume, or if you like, lump the entire thing to be one of those strands, then of course that would be, the analysis would be wrong. And those who also say it's political is also, again, that will be lumping all the issues to assume that all the other issues, they do not matter. It's just for you to heap it at the back of the politicians. That's also not correct. That does not mean that some politicians, have not taken advantage of the insecurity, or if you like, the state of under governance, as it were, if I may use that coinage, to want to perhaps gain some form of leverage, to give impression that they can do better. Others perhaps want to give impression that, look, to score the point that there is poor governance, they could also instigate certain crises in one way or the other. So those who believe that it's purely political, maybe assuming their argument, maybe having the argument from that angle. But then, for me, as a security person, and who of course has seen it all, it would be wrong for
So General, for the fact Christians are being targeted.
Of course, some Christians are being targeted. No doubt about it.
For a fact, politicians are funding terror in this country.
Some politicians.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't want to say.
So when I say politicians, that means that there are the politicians who are funding it.
Of course.
But why has it been difficult for us to be able to know the names? Why is it strategic? Is it intelligence? Or why has it been difficult for names to be named?
Well, this is not what I should come here to begin to discuss. More so that I know I'm no longer in active service, but I believe that there are a lot of individuals who are being called to question. You also recall that even whilst I was there were some trials that were made, especially for the financiers and so on and so forth. So it's not for public consumption. What I think we should do at this point is to give support and trust those who have been charged with such responsibilities that they will do what is right. And I think that it's our responsibility to also encourage those who are on the fence to begin to reason that, for them to know that not everybody in government is a criminal. Not everybody in government is a liar. Not everybody in government is unserious. That there are a good number of Nigerians who have the heart of delivering the mandate for which they have been appointed and the mandate for which they have been elected.
Yeah, Nigerians can be very certain that our conversation is going to be operation strategic and, of course, in some way progressive, in the sense that we want solutions.